Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my very first 3 looks, 1 palette with the Kaleidos and Angelica Nyqvist Club Nebula palette. Am I even in frame? Who knows? I just got finished filming my 3rd look, which is what's on my eyes right now, and I'm starting to feel really anxious about editing and putting together this video. It's been quite a long time in the making. I wish I had the time to just knock out 3 looks in the span of 2 or 3 days, but that's not been the case for me. While you're watching today's video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. If you do want to see me do more 3 looks, 1 palette videos, then let me know, along with which palette I should do. And any constructive feedback that you can leave me, it would be greatly appreciated. I would love to make these videos better in the future. I talk about it more in the outro, which I also just filmed. But I have just had so much fun playing with this palette. I feel so creative and inspired looking in here. And there are just endless combinations with this palette, I feel like. I tried my best to create 3 varied looks, and there's also a look in my first impressions, which I will link up in the cards for you if you haven't seen it yet. That one is more of an everyday wearable look, if that is more your speed. I have had so much fun. Congratulations again to Angelica for such an amazing collab. I know you can't get your hands on this anymore, but if you have this palette, I hope this video gives you some inspiration. And if you don't have this palette, maybe you can take inspiration from my looks and apply it to makeup that you do own. I would love to see any looks that you recreate over on Instagram. That would make my heart so happy. I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you guys enjoy today's video. All right, look number 1 for this 3 looks, 1 palette video. I've never done one of these types of videos before, so I'm feeling a little nervous to get started, but I did put on a purple sweater situation. So I think for this look, I want to play with some of the purples and maybe some greens. I'm feeling some spring vibes today. Starting off with the Moda BMX 430 crease brush, I am going to take Rock Hopper. My shapes aren't completely even because my brow bone comes down lower on one side than the other, and my eyebrows are not symmetrical, so I'm having a bit of a tough time. Hopefully it will all come together. I'm going to blend that out a little bit and add a touch of warmth with Samus, closer to my brow bone. I have so many look ideas with this palette. I'm having such a fun time. I can't believe that it's officially gone, sold out forever. Because of its popularity, I was kind of hoping that they would keep it going for a little while longer. I mean, 3 months for a limited edition palette is pretty good, I think. Okay, I'm going to stop fussing with that for a minute. I'm going to hop into this BH Cosmetics number 6 from the Rose Quartz brush collection and go in with Cylon, which is a purple matte. And I'm going to put this on the outer corner. I'm having a bit of a patchiness issue right here. And it might be my primer. I'm using the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. And it's not my favorite. It's a bit tackier than what I'm personally used to. Things are getting a little dark. I know Angie loves her deeper, colorful matte. Now, going back in with the first crease brush, this fluffier one, I am going to give this a quick blend. But you can see the general shape I'm going for. I have it like very winged out. I'm now taking my e.l.f. glitter primer onto my lid with this Luxie Precision crease brush. It is very tiny and precise. Precision crease brush, as you would expect. And I'm going to put this all over, creating kind of like a half cut crease situation. Sorry about that. My furnace kicked on because it is freezing cold tonight. So I did put the shade Firefly all over my lid with the glitter glue. I did lose some of Rock Hopper. So I'm going to take this tiny Luxie mini flat angled brush. It is super tiny. And I'm going to very carefully add this just on the edge, just so we still have some of that like grayish purple peeking through. This Firefly shade is so cool. It's like green and pink. I feel like I'm not zoomed in enough, but this is as close as my camera will allow. Okay, I'm liking that more. And now for the inner corner, this is the part I'm the most excited about. I am going to go in with Gravity, which is this like lime green shade. I bet if I had a white base, this would pop even more. I don't know how it's translating on camera, but it is a very vibrant, not really lime, like slime green. I have 3 boys. We have way too much slime and things of that nature in this house, but I'm really liking that. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use Cylon, that deep purple matte. This palette just reminds me to have fun with makeup and try different color combinations. I'm going to blend that out a bit with Samus, again bringing a touch of warmth back into this look. That green is like a warmer green in my opinion. I'm going to finish the look with a purple eyeliner and some mascara, and I will be right back. So here is look number 1 finished. What do you think? This is definitely out of my normal everyday comfort zone, but like I mentioned while I was doing my makeup, this palette just pushes me outside of my comfort zone, trying new color combinations, and I really love it. Hello, we're back with look number 2. As with my first one, actually it's been a very long time since I filmed that first one because time got away from me. But as with my first one, I have an idea in my mind of the colors I want to use. And I'm not too confident in how maybe this is going to turn out, but I am going to try my best, of course. Okay, I'm going to start out with Cylon, the deep purple, with this Luxie 121 mini tapered brush. It is a blending brush, but it's quite firm. I want to pack this into my crease. It is quite dark, so I'm a little nervous. I typically go lightest to darkest, but I want to blend this out with a blue. So I think that going this route is a better idea. I'm more stippling this in here. I do have my eyes primed and set. I used the Milani eyeshadow primer today. That one just is a old classic. It just works for me really well. We are going to blend this out after. I'm just getting this initial color down. Alright, I need to cool it with this purple, trying to make them a bit more even. I do want to try and blend this out with 7 of 9. I don't really know how well this is going to work. This is a bigger brush from Glamier, but it still is quite dense. I don't want this to be like fluffing and blending out all over the place. I went ahead and did 7 of 9 to try and blend out this purple while my furnace was running. This was not what I had in mind. It's not quite blending together the way I hoped it would, and now I have eyeshadow like literally all the way up to my brow bone, which is fine in and of itself. I just don't like this harsh separation between the colors, and there are like light vibrant mattes and deep mattes in this palette, and I'm kind of feeling like I would like a mid-tone in between here. That's okay, it's all a learning lesson. It will be fine. This is my first 3 looks, 1 palette video, and I don't want to scrap it just because it didn't go exactly how I thought it would in my mind. I do want to just keep going and see what I can do, and hopefully still film another video after this. I think for all over my lid, I want to use You're My Only Hope, which is this beautiful like purple one. And I'm just going to use my finger this time. In my last look, I used a glitter glue, which did work great. Actually, looking at this, I don't know if there's enough of a base to it. First, very gently, I'm going to go back in with the purple and kind of put that all over my lid, just very lightly, to give this a bit of like a base color to go on top of. I feel like I'm not having the greatest luck with this dark purple shade. Wow, things got super deep and smoky. Now I'm going to go in with You're My Only Hope over top. Wow. This is beautiful. I'm definitely getting like purple, blue. It says some of these are multi-chromes and some of them are duochromes. I don't really know. I think this is a multi-chrome. I see pink, purple, blue. This is this palette is my first experience with multi-chromes. That is amazing. I'm just going to blend a touch right here. The multi-chrome is giving me some follow on my cheeks, but that's okay, it's pretty. For my lower lash line, going back in with Cylon, that seems to be the star of the show today. I'm going to stamp this really close underneath my lower lashes, just on the outer half of my eye. And now with a smaller, more blending type brush, I'm going in with Rock Copper, which is like the cool tone purpley, like lighter shade, and going on the inner portion. And then to blend out the outer portion. Taking the Sephora powder brush, I'm going to just kind of try and sweep some of this follow off. Doesn't really seem to be working that great. I definitely should have laid extra powder down. For my inner corner, I want to use the Nova Multi-Chrome. This one is amazing. It's like blue and pink and purple with a really light white kind of base. So beautiful. This is the finished look. Not exactly what I had in mind. It's much deeper, much smokier, but the multi-dimensional shades in this palette are so beautiful. I am surprisingly happy with how this turned out, though at the beginning when I was doing the blue, I was a little worried. To tie in the blue from like my transition area, I did use the Essence eyeliner in 22 turquoise in my waterline, and also like the inner corner has that purple and blue reflect. And then I needed just a classic perfect nude, so I used the ColourPop, what are these called? Like they're Luxe lipsticks in the shade What's Your Sign. That's what's on my lips today. Now on to the third look. All right, you guys, third look. I'm starting to feel really nervous to tackle editing this video. I hope everything has turned out okay. I've been really happy with my looks thus far, so hopefully I'm happy with today's look too. So I'm going to start off with Samus as my transition, just this matte peachy shade. I feel like that's just a good shade to start this look off with. I'm never too precise. This piece of hair, like, I don't know what to do with it. It's so short because that is from where I lost so much hair postpartum. It's finally growing back. But it always looks so weird. Okay, I was saying I'm never too precise when I'm going in with a transition. I'm really going to just be using this to help blend things later on. And I think having a little pop of peach at the top of this look will be fun as well. Bringing this like pretty far up to my brow. I have a lot of like from crease to brow space that I never really know what to do with, to be honest. I think what I need to do is follow more accounts or channels that have a similar eye shape to me, so I can learn some new techniques and shapes. All right, peach transition shade down. I'm going to go in with 7 of 9, the blue, and now I'm doubting myself. I want to leave the inner third to a quarter of my lid a little more blank. And with blues, I tend to do more of a packing motion. We'll blend later. I'm also keeping the very outer part of my eye bare. I always have these like magnificent ideas, and then when it comes to the execution, I just feel like sometimes I don't have the right skill set, but I like trying. It's fun. I'm going to use the same brush with Void, the deep navy, and put that on the outer part of this look. I wish my camera zoomed in a little more, but I'm going to, like I said before, worry about blending here in a little bit. Not right now. I am just focusing on getting the color down and like mapping out this look. Okay, so this is the rough shape that I'm looking at. I'm going back in with 7 of 9, that lighter blue, to start blending these together. Back in with a little bit of Void. I feel like I lost some of the depth out here. I'm really liking the deeper crease with the mix of Void and 7 of 9. I'm going to take this really small Luxie 237 brush. It's quite flimsy and like a really tiny blending brush with Samus, the peach shade, to add this a bit more right above. I feel like this look is very summery. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm just going above the blue. Like I'm trying, I always want to go like this, but actually I should be really trying to keep my eye more neutral. That sounded like a child fell. I feel like I say that in almost all of my videos because they're just so rough and loud. Bringing the peach right under my brow bone here in the inner half of my brow. I'm actually wanting to take 7 of 9 in a bit more than I had originally, but like not right to my inner corner. Now taking a Royal & Langnickel Detail BOM 18 brush, I'm going to take You're My Only Hope, the purple shimmer, and I'm going to apply this to the inner portion of my lid, down to my inner corner, and I need my mirror a little closer for this. And I'm wanting to bring it up to meet the blue in the crease. I'll bring it further down my inner corner, like do a bit of a like wrap around once I do my lower lash line. This is like with a dry brush and everything. Absolutely incredible. Now for my lower lash line, I'm going to take this Alamar like flat liner brush with Boyd, the navy blue first, and put this really tight against my lashes. About a little more than a third of the way across my eye, and I'm really making sure it matches up. I need to blend that out with the line of my outer corner. I forgot to bring one of those like color switch things, so I'm using my pants. I'm gonna hate that when it's time for me to do the laundry. Using that same brush, I'm just wiping off the excess a little. I'm going in with 7 of 9, the lighter blue. I'm bringing that the rest of the way across. And then with a Sephora smudge brush, I'm going to go in with Samus and just tie in that peach that we see at the very top, also on the very bottom. Just very gently blending the edges of the blue. Going back in with You're My Only Hope, the shade on the inner corner, I am going to wrap this around my tear duct. So kind of stamping it right here. I'm going to hop off camera, apply my mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, this is the third and final look for my very first 3 looks 1 palette video. I apologize this took me so long to get up, but overall I'm really pleased with the looks that I created using Angelica Nyqvist's Club Nebula palette with Kaleidos. I still have more ideas for this palette. It's absolutely beautiful. I feel so inspired to be creative when I look into this. It's been my first true experience with multi-chromes, which has been a lot of fun as well. And I love the deep, colorful mattes that are in this palette. My lights are kind of washing it out right now. There we go. Like all of these deep mattes I've had so much fun with. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of this style of video, and I would love to hear your constructive criticism on how I can make this better. I do know I can't quite zoom in as close as I would like with the camera that I have, but that's kind of a harder fix for me to do right away. If you would like to see this style of video with another palette, let me know which one you would like to see. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.